I don't think there is a person on the planet right now that is facing more scrutiny and more backlash than Travis Hunter's girlfriend. There have been so many instances back to back to back to back when it comes to Travis Hunter's girlfriend that it'll make your head spin. It really will. Just to kind of catch you up to speed on who Travis Hunter even is, okay? Travis Hunter is a very, very, very talented football player, college football player. He just won the Heisman Award, okay? He is almost a guarantee, even my dog agrees, he is almost a guaranteed top 5 NFL draft pick in this upcoming draft. And he has been blowing off the charts. I mean, he has been extremely sought after by NFL teams and scouts for a while. And he has just had an amazing collegiate career so far. And he is one of the rare athletes that plays both wide receiver and cornerback for the Colorado Buffaloes. And for many of you, you might know him because he plays under Deion Sanders. We all know Coach Prime. We all know who that is, right? He used to coach at Jackson State and all of that. Travis Hunter used to play at Jackson State. Then he came and followed Coach Sanders to Colorado, and he won the Chuck Bednarik Award, the Fred Biletnikoff Award. I mean, super, super talented kid out of Florida. And like I said, guaranteed top 5 draft pick in the league. No doubt about it. But besides all of his achievements on the field, all of that is being overshadowed by the nonsense that his girlfriend, by the name of Leanna, I believe is her name. All of his accomplishments is being overshadowed by his girlfriend, who for the life of her cannot keep herself out of the public eye. She just can't do it. Like, and it's not for a good reason either. Now, Travis Hunter and his girlfriend Leanna, they have been together for a while, actually, for a couple of years. I think he's now she's his fiance, because I believe he did propose to her. Regardless, this chick is under so much of a microscope. I mean, if she even farts, people are gonna tweet about it. But I can't say that it's not through any fault of her own. Okay. Now, there have been several instances over, honestly, the past couple of weeks that have occurred, like I said, on a back-to-back basis that have made people react in such a negative way to her. Because Travis Hunter has some real big diehard fans. Now, listen, I'm not the biggest, college football watcher. Okay, I'm really not. I'm really more of a pro, NFL football watcher, right? You know what I'm saying? You already know who my team is, all right? You know what I mean? Y'all already know who my team is. You feel me? Come on now. What we talking about? Y'all already know who my team is. But with that aside, I'm not really the biggest college football watcher. So I haven't really watched all of Travis Hunter's games. I haven't really watched and tuned into all of Colorado's games. But I have, kept my ears to the street, and I have, seen things here and there. And so when it comes to Travis Hunter's girlfriend, I feel like she's taken over more headlines for Travis Hunter than Travis Hunter himself. Now, what really put this girlfriend of Travis is on the map. A few weeks ago, they were playing Oklahoma State. They won 52-0. He had 3 touchdowns, 10 receptions, 116 yards. And I believe he even had an interception in that game. Let me actually see. I want to say that he did. But regardless, it was, a game that he played very, very well in, right? The team did well. All the cameras are on him. And so he decides to go to his girl and celebrate with his girl, Leanna, right? Well, take a look at how that went. So as you can see, they whooped Oklahoma State's ass. He goes over to his girl to go and celebrate the win and celebrate his big performance, one of the best performances of his career. And, like I said, all eyes are on him. All eyes are on the team. He goes to be comforted by his fiance, and she ain't having it. Right? She ain't having it. She's so far removed from the game that this is how she's acting, right? Like, she's like super pissed off. She's super mad. And, you know, this really kind of sent the internet into an uproar, right? This right here, this clip is what made people kind of hone in on this girl a little bit more. Now, Travis Hunter and this girl, they have a YouTube channel, I believe, and I believe they do TikToks and stuff together, right? Because they're like 21, 22, 23 years old. So, I mean, they're fairly young, so they do this stuff together. There was that situation. So then another situation pops off where people started doing a little bit of digging, and people started to kind of uncover some videos that they've done together, where she openly stated that when they first started talking to one another, she admitted that he wasn't really her type, which was another red flag to people, because the first real impression that a lot of people had of you was this situation that I just showed y'all. Okay, that was the very first situation that a lot of people saw of her, and it wasn't a good one. So you go from that to then people unlocking this video of you sitting up here saying that this dude was not your type. Take a look.
I just didn't respond to him. He wasn't my type. So then I left him.
I wasn't her type.
I left him in my DMs for like 2 months, and then finally I answered him. But I didn't want to like be nothing. I just wanted to just be friends. Like, we could be friends. And then after I finally answered him on Instagram, then we texted for like
a long time.
Like another 2 months. And then he was friend zoned because I didn't like. He was like, "Am I friend zoned?" I was like, "Yes." I was not into him. And then finally, I had to go to a friend's birthday dinner, and I didn't want to go by myself. So he was like, "Oh, I'll go with you." And then he went with me, and then we was in love.
Yeah, we was in love ever since then. Like, we hung out the next weekend.
Yeah.
No, that was during a week.
We went to Top Golf. That was our first day, Top Golf.
Yeah,
and then
I was still in high school.
Yeah.
And I had school the next day.
The next day, cause we went on a Sunday. Facts.
That was once again a video where him and Leanna, Travis Hunter and Leanna, are doing their video together in matching PJs, doing their thing, right? And you could tell that this dude, Travis, is very, very head over heels for his girl, as he should be, right? As he should be. But her saying that he wasn't her type, while that's not unheard of and uncommon for a lot of people to say, it's just the fact that her saying this came on the back of that last situation where this dude had one of the best games of his career, and she's over here pouting and mad and not really congratulating him or whatever, or at least that's what the camera picked up. Okay, so a lot of people were just thrown off by that situation and now this situation. So now you got two situations seemingly back to back that really don't make you look that good. Okay, so a lot of people was on her ass from this point. Okay, and they were like, "Yo, Trav, you gotta get away from this chick. Like, she don't like you, yo." Which listen, that's really not that fair to say after only seeing 2 clips. All right. We only saw 2 clips. And again, everything is contextual, right? Everything is context based. Can't go off of a couple seconds worth of clips, right? And try to determine an entire relationship off of that. But it definitely looks away. It definitely looks away. So then there was another situation that occurred where Godfrey, the comedian, right? A lot of us know who Godfrey is. Okay, he's a very, very funny guy. He's been in a whole bunch of movies. He's done a lot of stand-up. A very seasoned, successful comedian in the game. He actually saw that video, right? He saw that video of them in the matching pajamas, and he wasn't feeling it. Right? He wasn't feeling it. So he made his own video in response to that to basically kind of put Travis on notice and say, "Hey, I just want to voice my concerns about this girl that you with, and I just want to tell you to be careful." And this is what he had to say.
To Travis Hunter, listen, Travis, I just want you to be careful, man. Yeah, I said it, be careful. Congratulations on your engagement, but man, you might have to disengage because it's something about this woman, man. the way she was talking to, and she was talking like she was really that chick. Listen, you love who you love. Facts. Okay, I got that. That's all logical, but something ain't right. I just watched that dumb video of you guys in those matching pajamas that bugged me. And she was like dogging you, going, yeah, he wasn't my type. I was like, he wasn't my type.
It wasn't my type.
And then we went to this party and then we fell in love. I think, personally, I don't know when y'all dated, with high school, I don't give a fuck. But when she found out your stats, bro, that's when I think she's like, oh, I love him. I love him. I don't know what she is. She's like Indian looking, Latino looking with a sprinkle of Ebonics. I don't fucking know what she is. But one thing I do know, you need to watch your ass, bro. I'm so serious, man. I just something ain't right. And I'm sure people agree with me right now. They're agreeing with me. Don't get suckered into this shit, bro. You better sign all kinds of fucking papers, man. All right? You better have an ironclad fucking contract, because something ain't right. I didn't like that video. He wasn't my type. Remember, you wasn't my type. But when you successful, you everybody's fucking type. You know what I mean? All of a sudden, they find out your potential. Now you everybody's type. Be careful with that shit, bro. I'm just saying.
All right, so y'all saw what my man Godfrey had to say, man. Yeah, so that's what he had to say. And to be honest, he wasn't the only one that had that sentiment, right? That had those concerns. There was a bunch of people on social media that were voicing their concerns over seeing not only that video, but the video of of them at the game, right? Like, that's when a lot of this chatter start to really turn up, right? That's when the heat really started to turn up a little bit on her ass, because, you know, people were like, okay, you're not happy for the man after he had one of the best games of his career. Then you turn around and talk about you wasn't really into him, you ain't really like him, and he wasn't your type, and you basically had him in the friend zone and all this. You know what I mean? It just didn't sit right with people. So we fast forward to him winning the Heisman Trophy. Now, for those of you who don't know what a Heisman Trophy is, okay, a Heisman Trophy is awarded to the best collegiate football player for that year, all right? Every single year is a prestigious award that not a lot of people, there are thousands of NCAA athletes, okay? I'm just talking about across all sports, but football specifically, and even less that play Division I, and even less that play Division I at a predominantly, you know, noticeable school, or a top tier Division I program, you know, or a program that has, you know, a lot of notoriety and a lot of attention on it, right? So schools that play a lot of primetime games on national television. There's a bunch of Division I schools out here, but not as many that really catch the eye of the masses, like a Colorado with a Coach Prime and you know, all of these players, right? Or like a Wisconsin, or Alabama, or Oklahoma. Like, you guys get the picture. So for Travis Hunter to win an award like that, which was extremely well deserved, right? Extremely well deserved. He deserved every single part of that award. Almost every single game he was doing something special. So he definitely deserved it. But when it came to the award and him actually receiving it and him winning it, there was yet again another situation where his girlfriend wasn't really, it just looked funny when it came to her actually celebrating him and her actually trying to, you know, celebrate the moment. I'm gonna just let y'all look at it.
Travis Hunter.
So right there, you know, you see that, you know, when my man Travis gets selected for this prestigious award, and, you know, he's crying, you know, he's got the snot bubbles flowing, everything, everybody's happy, right? You see his mom and Coach Prime, and you see Shador and everybody else there, you know, congratulating. So he gets up. Travis gets up after being named the winner of this award, and the very first person that he's walking to is his girlfriend. Okay. Well, initially, when his name is called, everybody else is standing up. Now, the only person that doesn't stand up right away is his mother. But we're gonna give a pass to the mother because that's his mother, right? Like she birthed him, she raised him. You know, if anybody gets a pass, you know, to kind of sit in the seat and celebrate somebody, it's his mom. Okay, he done drove his ass to games and gave him money for cleats and helmets and all that kind of stuff. Like, she's earned the right to sit her ass down and applaud if she wanted to. But she did get up. But the one person that didn't was his girlfriend, Leanna, right? Was this girl. She did not get up. And that was again another telling situation, another telling action that happened. Because this man just won a very, very prestigious award. And you don't get up, like you don't clap, you don't give him a. Everybody else in this joint is standing clapping, but you. That just rubbed people the wrong way. It didn't make any sense. Now, she eventually did, but she only kind of did it because you see Deion Sanders, right? The coach is getting up is nudging her to get up. And hey, like, you know, you want to get up, you want to celebrate, right? You want to join the party. And it was crazy is Deion Sanders actually had a surgery to cut off one of his toes. So this man is standing on legitimately 9 toes, but he's standing up giving his praises and giving his props to Travis. And meanwhile, she over here fully toed, fully able-bodied, and is sitting down, not saying nothing. Like, it just, again, it looked funny. And so this was another situation, only a couple weeks removed from the very first situation at the game where she's all mad and pissed off at him. So here we are with 3 separate situations all within like a month. That's kind of crazy. So then Travis is, I guess, backstage, you know, taking pictures and, you know, doing his thing when it comes to this Heisman, right? So his girlfriend is yet again right there. And she is what seems to be complaining to Travis about, you know, hey, what am I supposed to do while you're sitting here, you know, while you're taking pictures? You know, what am I supposed to do? Just sit here all day? I'm gonna let y'all look at it, and I'm gonna let y'all be the judge.
All right.
I just stay here then when
You go to the hotel, you go walk around. Five o'clock. Three together.
We didn't find Matt. I called him twice.
Where's that coming from?
What's that?
That's Trev, we're going to take one as a group, and that's it. Here we go.
Okay, so there y'all saw that they're at, I believe, some Adidas event or whatever, but it has something to do with his Heisman. I'm not exactly sure what event this is, but here they are. Travis is taking pictures with fans, or he's taking pictures with people, and she's sitting on the couch, right? The girlfriend is sitting on the couch. It appears that she is complaining because she has no idea what she wants to be doing, right? She's asking him, you know, what do you want me to do? Do you want me to sit here? You know, what should I do? Right? And as Travis is conducting his business, trying to do his stuff and take these pictures and get on with his life, she's like just talking and just bugging him about it. And you clearly see like he's trying to talk to her and take pictures at the same time. And it's getting to be a little bit too much. And so this was yet again another situation where people are looking at her and like, yo, what are you doing? What are you talking? Like, why? What do you mean? Like, what are you supposed to do? Sit there. Like, what are we talking about right now? You are engaged to a very famous athlete. This man is about to come into a lot of money very soon, a lot of fame, and a lot of expectations. Because as a top 5 draft pick, he most likely is going to end up on a very, very trash team. And that trash team is going to have expectations that he is going to be, trying to fulfill, right? They're going to expect him to win games. They're going to expect him to make a difference pretty much right away. And there's going to be a lot of eyes on him. And that can be a good thing, and that can also be a bad thing. But I say all that to say that it's not looking good, right? You're doing all this stuff, and it's just not looking good. Now, there was a segment on Mace and Cameron's show. It is what it is. Okay, I'm sure a lot of you have heard this very, very, funny ass show that they both have. I watch it from time to time. Very, very funny show. But there was a segment where they talked about Travis Hunter and his girlfriend in this very same situation. A lot of people had something to say, but this clip went pretty viral, and I want you guys to hear it. So just take a look at what they had to say about Travis Hunter and his girlfriend, this whole situation.
When you're dealing with Travis, you got to understand that he's the prize in the situation. And that's what everybody is really coming down on her about. She's not seeing him as a prize. She's seeing him as just a regular nigga. And the best way to lose a king is to try to treat a king like a regular nigga. Like, it would be like a woman, my wife, trying to treat me like a regular nigga. I'm not a regular nigga. I don't make regular money. I don't do regular things. Ain't nothing about me regular. Nothing is regular about any person that lives on that level. And you take the last interview, or not even an interview, the last time he's doing a photo shoot, he wins the Heisman. She's sitting there like, what am I supposed to do? Just sit here? What else are you gonna do? Hit cartwheels? Yes, this is gonna be your life. People are gonna be focusing on him, and it can't look like he gotta always defer to you and turn everything and make it about you so you could feel comfortable, because that means the moment is too big for you. And that's what I would say. So I would definitely, even though I'm giving some strong information here, you guys definitely should look into counseling. Definitely look into that very fast, because that's going to help you guys stay together if staying together is really what you guys want, because there's some things that you need that he's not going to be able to give you.
Y'all saw what my man Mace had to say, and I fully agree with him. That doesn't make any sense. What do you mean? What am I supposed to do? Sit there. And I think from what I was hearing in the video, Travis even offered some suggestions, right? He said you could walk around the hotel, you could go shop, you could go do this, do what you want to do, right? Like, you don't have to sit there if you don't want to. You could do what you want to do. But again, he's handling business and he's doing something for his career, honestly. And you're sitting here kind of low key being a distraction. I don't really want to say that, but that's really what it is. And so it's just insane. So anyway, the internet was blowing up at her over all of these antics, over all of these things that was occurring with her. She got fed up with it, right? So she ended up making a response video to it on her TikTok, and this is what she had to say.
Okay, I'm going to be addressing all this stuff online because I'm tired emotionally and mentally of seeing people try to make me out to be a person that I am not, but with a testimony without a test of faith. So I'm going to start from the very beginning with this my type thing. I got permission from Travis to say these things because these are previously things I didn't want online. But I'm going to tell y'all the full story just so y'all know. So Travis, when he first ever DM'd me, when we first met, I said I left him in my DM for 2 months, and people said, oh, she left him in his DM until she figured out who he was. That is not true at all. The real reason Travis sat in my DM for 2 months is because he DM'd me when he had a girlfriend. and her name was in his bio, so I instantly knew he had a partner. So I exited the message, and he sat there until he was single. I don't do home wrecking. I'm not a side piece. I don't stand for any of those things. I support women, so I would never do that to another woman because I would never want it done to me. So I ignored him until he was single. That's the real reason he sat in my DM. Then the second thing, when I said he wasn't my type, I did not mean attractiveness. I don't have a physical type, period. No two men that I previously dated look the same. My first one was a white cowboy. Second one was a Mexican soccer player. Then I dated a black man who was a SoundCloud rapper. And then Travis. So I have never dated the same type physically. I don't care about what people look like or what they can give me. I date people for who they are as a person, how they honor God, and how they treat the people around them. And Travis is all the above. So when I said he wasn't my type, I meant because he was younger than me. I had never dated no one younger than me. And he had cheated on his girlfriend. I don't know if your type is cheaters, but mine isn't. So no.
You know, that right there is kind of crazy to me. So you say that, okay, again, you keep digging yourself these holes. You're trying to clarify what you're saying, but you're making things worse. So you said that the reason why he wasn't initially your type was because when he was trying to DM you and all of that, he had a girlfriend at the time, and you're not a home wrecker and all of this, and so you didn't really want to talk to him because of the fact that he had a girlfriend. But you say he was cheating on his previous girl, with you, and you're saying that you don't really like cheaters and all of that. Well, if you don't like cheaters and that is your moral compass, okay, great, that sounds good, but you're low-key throwing Travis, under the bus, saying that, oh, he was cheating on his girl, talking to me, blah, blah, blah. But if you don't like cheaters, why are you with Travis? Right? Like, that's kind of where I'm coming from with it. If you don't like cheaters, why are you with Travis then? Right? Like, you sitting up here basically airing out his business, or airing out stuff that nobody really needed to know, all to try to take some of the heat off of you. That's what it sounds like. Oh, he was cheating on his girl, talking to me. And I don't really like cheaters. I don't tolerate cheaters. But if you're saying that Travis was cheating, why are you talking to him? You see how you keep digging yourself a hole? But continue.
Oh, he wasn't my type at first off of those two things. But that didn't discredit the fact that I was attracted to him. That's obviously why I gave him a chance. And then I learned he truly is a phenomenal and wonderful human being. And that's why we're together. And that's why we're still together to this day. So that's that. Okay, the next clip was at the game after they just won their last game. People thought I was upset with him celebrating with cheerleaders. I don't know where that came from because he never celebrated with cheerleaders. So that, I don't know where that started, but that's not what I said. But what y'all didn't see before the clip, me and him were talking. We had already interacted. I had already said congratulations. I had already kissed him over the fence that we couldn't get through. So the real reason why I was mad is because the security, and you can ask any of the family members who was actually there, they didn't want no one to storm the field. So they had 1,000 security people holding everyone back. But the people on the field were like, let the family down. The family can come down. So everyone was going back and forth. I was arguing with the security guard because he wouldn't let no family through. But they let the cheerleaders on the opposing team get through the fences. So I was so when I finally got down to the field, that's why I told Travis, he had already seen it. I had already congratulated him. We had already spoke, got on the field. And then I was upset because I had just finished arguing with somebody. And then what y'all don't see after 5-second clip is right after that, I let it go. I was like, celebrate. We took pictures. We were with our families. And then we went to his meet and greet, had another wonderful event there. That's all that happened in that. That was literally that. Nothing. It was not deeper than anyone made it out to be. And yeah. Next clip, the Adidas pop-up shop this past weekend. People are saying that I'm what am I supposed to do? Just sit here? That's not what I said. First of all, I said, baby, do you want me to sit here or do you want me to go with the family or do you want me to come with you? Because what y'all don't know, again, off of a 7-second clip, is those weren't fans, by the way. He had already finished that part. He had finished meeting with the fans. I was there the entire time, taking pictures, talking to them, everything. The girls that were there, they were the Adidas, they worked for Adidas. So we were taking pictures for social posts. That's who those people were. I wasn't annoyed with no fans at all. I'm never annoyed with fans. So that's what that was. And then Travis was getting ready to leave. He had to be at a rehearsal for the Heisman ceremony. They had to do walkthroughs and stuff like that. So I was asking him, I was like, do you want me just to sit here? Do you want me to go back to the hotel? Like, do you want me to wait for our family? Because his family was in there shopping. Because Adidas let them go pick out stuff in the store. It's like a 4-story Adidas. So they're all doing that. And I was like, what do you want me to do? Like, do I stay here? Do I come with you? Like, what? And he was like, you could do what you want. Like, you could sit there. You can go shop. You can come to the hotel. You can walk around. That's what he was saying to me. I don't know. Like I said, the things that I see people make up is truly crazy because it's not what happened. And I just think people are just finding every single little thing and trying to make it something it's not. And then bird brain individuals are just accepting what they see online. Okay, now the last thing, this actual Heisman ceremony. This is making me so mad because anyone who knows me knows I support Travis in every win, everything he does, because I truly, truly love that man. He is perfect in my eyes. So, when his name was called, I instantly was gonna, if you watch the video, you can see me like, but his mom didn't get up. So I was like, oh, maybe I don't get up. Maybe I just sit here with her. So I sat there and then y'all said Coach Prime had to tell me to get up. No, he didn't. He said, go get him. Go get your man. Like, and once Travis stood up, but he didn't have to do that because I was going to do that anyways. As soon as I seen Travis get up, then I thought it was appropriate to stand up, greet him, congratulate him. But then there was a camera right in front of Coach Prime, and I knew they were going to film that moment, and because of how people are online, I was like, I don't want to be in that shot, so I'm going to sit down. So I try to sit down so I'm not in the camera while I'm crying. People are going to be like, oh, why is she crying? Like, you know, stuff like that. And so I got out of the camera purposefully so they can have their moment. That's all it was. No one told me to stand up. No one had to tell me to celebrate with him. I was just sitting there crying. I wanted to take it in myself too. I was super excited for him. But I wanted the moment to be about him and his family. And that's another thing. People are like, why did he sit next to her? Why was his mom? We had assigned seats. I didn't have a choice where I sat. They are obviously going to put someone and their partner together. So I had the seat right next to him because that was my assigned seats. I didn't have a choice. And then the hugging thing. Travis came and hugged me because he just went down the line. I was first in line, then his mom, then Coach Prime. He came straight to me first. I didn't tell him to do that. I didn't have to tell him to do anything. He's a grown man. He can do what he wants. But yeah, everyone is making this crazy narratives in their head, so I just wanted to clear it up, and that is the truth. That's what happens in all those videos.
All right, so y'all heard what she had to say, man. I truly think that there's really fault to go on both sides, right? There's fault to go on this girl, and there's fault to go around when it comes to the internet and their perception, right? Let's start with her, okay? The fault that goes with her is her putting out the material for the public to consume, right? And by that, I mean, you were the one that was pissed off at the game, right? Now you stated what you were mad about. Okay, from what you're saying, you know, you thought there was some unfair treatment going on at the gate. They weren't letting certain people in and all of this stuff. And okay, so you say you were upset about that. Okay, but again, you know, you're there now. Right? Like you're there at the game with him now. Why are you still upset? You know what I'm saying? Like, why are you still upset? Like, you got to put on your happy face. Okay. You got to put on a big Joker smile, and you got to be happy for this man, even if you mad inside. It's just called being an adult, being happy. You got to put on your fake smile and be happy. There's cameras all around the stadium, and you are with one of the most popular athletes in college football right now. You gotta fake that. I'm sorry. Like, you, even if you mad about something else, you can't be sitting up here looking crazy with Travis. Like, you just can't do it. Can't do it. So I understand you might have been pissed off about a previous situation, and you may have already congratulated him on everything prior to when the camera panned to you. But listen, it just wasn't a good look. It just wasn't a good look. And I think even you would be able to admit that by seeing it. But she explained it, so that's that. And she pretty much went down the line of every single thing that she did, but essentially she kind of put a little bit more context from her point of view around all of the situations. And listen, I wasn't there, so I don't know if everything is 100% factual, right? But at the end of the day, this is what she said happened, and it is what it is. But I think that she and Travis can really benefit from, number one, getting on the same page with one another. Getting on the same page with one another. And who am I? You know what I'm saying? I'm just a guy, in a chair on YouTube talking to a camera, right? But, just from the outside looking in, you know what I mean? I think it would really behoove you, Leanne, to watch a few episodes of the game. Okay. I tweeted this. All right. You can go on my Twitter. It's in my description down below. Yes. Shameless plug. And, I already tweeted that, and I already said, listen, like, it would really help this girl by watching a couple episodes of the game. I swear it'll help, because it'll at least teach you, even though it's a TV show, but it deals sort of kind of with this kind of thing, right? Like, coming into, fame and notoriety as a football player, and, as a girlfriend, how do you deal with that? I know I might sound funny by saying that, but I really feel like it'll help. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like she needs some sunbeam action, because it's clear that she's not used to this. You know what I mean? And I get it. There's no guidebook. There's no rule book on fame. There's no guidance on this kind of stuff. But to me personally, I just feel like some of the stuff that she's doing, it's just it's misinterpreted, but it's also a little bit of her fault. Like I was saying, you know what I mean? It's like, yo, you're kind of doing this to yourself a little bit. Now, as for the Heisman situation, okay, cool. You didn't know what you wanted to do. You didn't know if you wanted to stand or if you wanted to sit, because of the mom, she was sitting, so you didn't want to get up. Okay, so you were overthinking. Cool. You're young, so you were overthinking the moment. I get it. But in that situation, get your ass up, right? Like, who's gonna be mad at you for clapping and getting up? You know what I mean? Like, everybody else is. Why would people be mad at you for doing that? But people were upset because it's like you had all of these prior situations, and then you sitting down, and then it took for the coach to nudge you and tell you this to stand up. Like, that is what kind of pissed people off. If you would have just did it, I don't think people would have been upset. I don't really think there would have been a story there. Okay. As for the backstage stuff, like taking pictures with the fans and all that kind of stuff, that may have been overblown. So that one is on the internet. That's the internet's fault. Again, you're asking questions like, what do you want me to do? Well, just like he's a grown man, you're also a grown woman. Like, you can get up and do whatever you want to do, right? Like, you don't have to, wait, you know what I mean? Like, you can go around, you can go walk around, you can go to the bathroom, you can go do this, you can go do this, you can go shop, you can do what you want to do. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just feel like some counseling could do, you know what I'm saying? And y'all getting on the same page. That could do a lot of good in this situation. It really could. That's really what she had to say. I thought it was a very interesting response. I don't know if it really made things better or worse, but I will say that their relationship will be under a microscope from this point forward, because Travis Hunter has a lot of fans. Travis Hunter, I think people are super protective of him because they see that he really, really loves her, and that's great. That's great. Coming from a married man, I know what it feels like to love on your wife, right? I love what it feels like to love on your lady. I get all that. You know what I mean? And I'm all for that. However, okay, people also don't want to see somebody get got And that is kind of why I feel like, you know, a lot of the internet is kind of behind Travis and trying to get Travis to at least open his eyes to these antics and to these things that have been going on under his watch, you know. And so, you know, now as far as Travis, you know, he's obviously seen all the talk, he's heard all the talk. You know, he you know, went online to kind of address a lot of the things that people have been saying about his girlfriend. And, you know, listen, this is what he had to say.
Travis, you need to get a new girl. You don't know my girl. You ain't never talked to her in person. You ain't never talked to me in person. So stop being a fake supporter and stop being, why you weren't, all you dudes worrying about another dude relationship. Y'all single. You ain't never had no girl. So why y'all talking about me? Find something else to talk about. You talk about my girl. Go talk about your girl. Go find a girl. Go find a life. Stop worrying about what I got going on. I know what I got. I know my girl. My girl been with me for 5 years. Y'all are just not starting to talk about me and just not starting to be with me. Important stuff to let the internet trolls, you know, get her out of her body. And I hope she see this message in the morning. So y'all send this to her. I love you, Leanna. I hope you see this message in the morning. You're good. My fans, my real fans support you. And the people that's hating, we just gonna let them hate. We got the real family over here, and you know how that go.
Like Rod said, man, haters gonna do what haters do.
Yeah, haters gonna do what haters do. We know the real supporters. If they talk about a relationship, you're not the real supporter. You know, we got a family channel, well, a dual channel.
All right, well, there you have it, man. There's Travis. You know, this is what he had to say about people talking about his relationship and everything. And, you know, I kind of agree, right? I understand that people do need to kind of butt out, right? At the end of the day, y'all on the internet cannot be this man's savior. You just can't. Okay? Can't save him. Can't save him. If something is going to happen, you know, that's unfortunate in terms of, you know, them splitting up or whatever, I don't wish that. But if it does happen and, you know, he doesn't have any kind of prenup or any kind of situation that, you know, will kind of protect his investments, then that's on him. Unfortunately, that's on him. And he's going to have to learn, and he's going to have to, you know, kind of come to grips with that. Right. But, you know, none of us are his parents. No, you know, none of you out there on the internet is his mother or his father or his relatives. Y'all are just fans of his. Okay. Some of y'all don't even follow his career, but, you know, y'all want to interject. So at the end of the day, it really isn't your situation, it's his. But, you know, a lot of people, you know, do feel strongly about this because they do support Travis and they do feel like they have Travis's back, and they don't want to see him, you know, get in a situation where, you know, the chick leaves him and takes everything he got, you know? So in a way, it's kind of sort of parasocial, but it's also, I guess, coming from a good place, I guess. But yeah, man, that's pretty much all I wanted to talk about. I just saw this whole situation unfold over the past couple of weeks, really. And I wasn't really sure if I was going to make a video about this or talk about it, but, you know, it's just kind of been on my mind, and it's just kind of been something that a lot of y'all have wanted me to speak on and one of my thoughts on. So, you know, that's what it is, man. Look, Travis, Leanna, I think that y'all just need to benefit from getting on the same page, right? At least in public, okay? Yeah, I need to move on the same accord in public. Like I said, Travis is about to come into a lot of money, a lot of fame, and a lot of expectations. And, you know, it's best if y'all move as a unit. So that's all I could really give you. But again, who the fuck am I, right? But anyway, if you made it to the end of this video, all right, I know it's long as shit. But if you made it to the end of this video, don't forget to smack a like. Also, don't forget to subscribe for the one time. Peace.